to draw with it. It takes me a while and I get impatient. So, yeah. Oh, I need to turn the volume down a little bit. So yeah, I drew this skeleton guy a couple of days ago. And I made these torches today. And I also fixed the light, so the torches actually put light on us. Oh. And then this sword is evil. Ouch. Oh, I should probably move this. Oh, thank you. The Black Spectre says, some amazing art like that. So basically what you're saying is you're asking me if I can make art for your game? I might be able to. I mean, it really depends on the game, what kind of art style your game needs, and also depends on how far along... Oops. How far along in the process you are. I mean, if you have... Darn it. If you have a game that's already I need that finished and ready, and you just need to reskin it, then, you know, I might be very interested. It really depends a lot on how much is needed. I mean, if it's something where I need to spend the next 5 years of my life drawing art for a game, then I can't do it. Thanks, Zero. This game looks cool, says Zero. I think it is. I mean, I think it will be cool. Right now, it's just, you know, I just put in a bunch of crap, and that's basically just to test that it works. Oh. Well, if this is exactly the kind of art that you're looking for, do you mean like tiles or monsters, or... I can help with that. I mean, if it's something that... I guess it depends on... if you're gonna, like, make a free game, then I don't mind making free art, but if it's something you plan on charging money for, then I don't want to do free art. It really depends. I mean, if it's a project that I like, a project that has sort of a charisma or a charm that I enjoy, damn it, darn it, then I would definitely be up for it. If it's something where I have to kill baby seals or something, then, you know, I might not be interested. I'm always curious, though. I mean, I like to draw stuff. Oh yes, of course. ACP, you can link away all you want. ACP Twitch is making a match 3 game, and I want to try it. Yeah, Casey says, I think the reflection of the coin is too frequent, and it is. Oops. It is too frequent, because it's like pring, 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 but that is something I need to fix in code. I'll make it so that, you know, it'll randomly play the bling, or maybe just add in a pause that makes it do it less frequently. Hey Locomatch! Locomatch says, hey dude, when did you start with this game? I started on March 28th, and I've roughly been working on it 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day since that time. Obviously I've had some really long days like today when I've worked on it for many hours, but I've also been live streaming and doing other things where, you know, might not necessarily be productive for the game. But yeah, let me just move it over here real quick. But yeah, overall I've worked for it for a couple of months on this game. Actually, not even a couple of months. And oops, died. But yeah, so on this game, I've spent a lot of time trying to program new monsters or new types of behaviors, and I make it in a way where it's a bit easier for me to just copy paste stuff from one monster to the next and reuse it. Pling, 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 pling. See, a lot of these maps were also designed in a way where you could just skip some content and move through them fast. That was a little shortcut. Shortcut! Actually, it is also possible to jump from here onto there and then jump like that. So you don't get on top, you get on the side, and then from the side you jump up. But my platformer skills are kind of crappy, so I can do it like 1 in 10 times. That's not good enough. So close. Hey Gorder TV. I started studying C++ for 3 days from now. I know I won't do anything significant anytime soon, but I'm fascinated with it and game development. Any tips for a newcomer? Yeah, my tip would be start with something small and then be proud of what you do, even though it's not super advanced. You know, like start with a guess the number type of game or something, and then once you've done that, then make a different type of game where maybe you have now a menu or something, and then you can reuse that menu in a future program. So keep small achievable goals. Try to not learn too many different things at once. Oh, level complete. So when you're making a game, you know, try to do it in chunks. Like, I don't know, I started out with a guess the number game, then I added on some like if statements so that, you know, I could have a path, sort of like it was an adventure game, you know, where there's a bit of text that says you're in a room and there's a evil looking dude, what are you gonna do? And then, you know, you had a couple of options and that would progress you through the story. And then when I finished that, I made a game called Bump and Drop. Actually, I made a little platformer first, but it was kind of poop. Then I made a game called Bump and Drop. And Bump and Drop was it's sort of like a Peggle Pachinko type of clone where you dropped a ball at the top and it would kind of bounce around and give you a bunch of points. And then I made my first real sort of big game. And I made that with Just Don't Make Depression Quest. I don't know that game. Yay, Casey earned 2010 score. Awesome. And Locomatch says, when did you start programming and with what language? Oof, it's kind of hard because, I mean, I've actually started programming 20 years ago or something like that. But I was never very good at it. I never focused on it, and I just never became good. I've tried BASIC and QBasic and Delphi and all kinds of things, and I didn't really start programming for real until I learned JavaScript and C#, which I'm working on now. Oh. I heard about Gamergate, and then I heard it was something about women being angry at something, and I just stayed away from all of that. But yeah, I made a couple of really simple games with QBasic, which was essentially I just started out looking at existing games and kind of copying stuff that they had in them. I don't know if it'll work, but we can... Let me just save this, and then... Let's exit this. And then let's start... Let's see if we can start up Unity again. Whoops. Ah! Colors! Here we go. Here's a drawing I just made. And here's some more stuff. Wait. Oh, here we go. I just zoomed. And here are some more stuff that I did these sketches, and I'm just talking because I'm waiting for Unity to start up. Maybe I don't even have it on this list. Yeah, because I made it with Unity 3. I have a profile on congregate.com. It's called Mashizo. I think it might be this one, top-down shooter. Maybe. Let's see. Could be interesting. It's probably not going to work since it's an old game, but we'll try. Oops. Accidentally killed the chat. ACP Twitch says, I've been programming for like 20 years now, and most game programming is really 101 level. What does that mean? Like 101 level? Front end, back end is where the more complicated programming happens. Oh, importing small assets. Sorry if I turn into a robot now. I mean, it could happen. Well, in the meantime, I guess I could, what's this? Okay, let's call it sketch level 2. While it's importing down here, I will sketch. Sketch. How thick is my... It's probably okay. So, I'm thinking this is sort of like a, I don't know, like a demonic weapon of some sort. With some evil sharp edges. Thanks, Gorder. Gordra TV. He says, thanks for the advice, and by the way, nice drawing. Thank you very much. Yeah, I prefer to think that my drawing skills are a little bit better than my programming skills, but sadly that does not really say much, because my programming skills are a little bit poop. I don't know about this. Maybe. Yeah, this is a little bit better when it does like that. This sword is kind of... It's very sort of World of Warcrafty, Blizzardy. It just needs like a bunch of nicks and... like this. Maybe like that. Yeah. And then it could be... It could have like a like a ring or something here. They sometimes have that. Sometimes. I've seen it. That looks poop. I don't want that. Locomat says, how can you draw like that? Holy, are you using your mouse or a pad? I'm using a tablet. I have a Cintiq 13 HD tablet, which is basically like a little screen. If only you could draw something better than stick figures. Well, it's really about practice. I mean, I didn't start out drawing like this, and I know people who are tons better than me. It's very much a case of practice. I don't want this. Go away. I think I'd rather have maybe something like this. It looks like it sort of... Nope. I think it would probably be better if it did like this instead. Ouch. Stick figures are still a few more lines that I can draw. I mean, I understand when people say, you know, I can't draw and it's so hard and etc, etc, but it is very, very... No eye for you here, go away. It's very much a case of practice. I mean, some people are super good at programming and, you know, they'll tell me this is easy, but it's easy because they've practiced. And the same goes for drawing. It's very, very, very much a case of just practice and build up a visual library. Like, maybe this is not the right way to draw these, like the thing that you're holding on the sword. But then I would have to kind of look it up, because that just means I don't know what I'm doing. Holy moly, that takes a while. It may have broken. Maybe. It's not supposed to take this long. I mean, I have a semi-good computer. Oh well. Okay, so... like, let's go back to this thing here. I just want to take a look at it and also kind of give you an idea on how I like to... how I'm inspired. Like, this is gorgeous. If you look at that. And it's actually really simple. You know, when you look at these things, it's like you've got some overlapping shapes here. Oh. Yeah. Sorry about the robot voice. Something happens to my mic every now and then. Yeah. So you can see, it's like the way this was drawn is it is kind of sloppy, but it just, when it's all put together, it looks great. Let's see. This is also quite well drawn. Oops. Very pretty. And as you can see, this is the thing I was talking about earlier. Casey says it seems to happen when your CPU is working a lot. You're probably right. I just don't see why it would be working a lot. I guess because I switched to the browser? Maybe? I don't know. The Match 3 game is almost to the point where I need a designer, says ACP. So you mean like where you need someone who can draw graphics? I see. Cool. See, like down here it's got like this little sort of inward thing. It's these little simple things that you kind of need to look at and learn, and you know, every now and then here there's like wood rather than this particular thing. Oh, a game designer. Oh, I see. To make the rules and stuff. Oh. Let's go back here and zoom in on this thing here. So, you know, I would take away a little bit of these places here to kind of allow for this sort of line. Also here and here. Just to sort of make it look like, you know, it's not totally straight. And then, wow, that was a very broad eraser. And then maybe do something like that and pull it in here. Technically, this is not something I should be doing at this particular stage of the drawing, but, you know, every now and then you kind of like to do something different. Stageworks, the perf, says, wow, would have never guessed that you were from Denmark. Your accent is flawless. Thank you. Thank you very much. Flawless accent. Here, let me give you a clue that will help you know that I'm from Denmark. Hello everyone. Normally I work at a school and I'm from Denmark. And I was taught by an English teacher who preferred that we all spoke like this. But then I was like, screw you, teacher. I like to watch American movies, so I will talk American. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, haha to you. And that's when I started speaking in a different way. In Santonua says, ACP, have you watched extra credits videos on the YouTubes? I don't know if ACP has, but I have. They are awesome. Much better, says Stageworks. The perf. I don't think I'll be able to show off this thing, because it's not supposed to... It's not supposed to take this long. It really isn't. Darn it. I'm not really sure what to... I guess I could just kill it, but that's not going to help. At all. Casey says his German accent is awesome too. Why, thank you. It's not really the German accent though, because most German people today are pretty decent at speaking English. But, you know, if I was like an evil officer or something, then, you know, I'd be speaking like that. Then I would be like the cruel general of the army. And we would destroy everyone with our magnificent engineering. And a little bit of sorcery too. Because we have been studying the occult. I love the character in, I forgot his name. The guy, the German officer dude in Hellboy 2. Where he's like, Hellboy! I know what your weakness is. You lack the focus. You must focus more. And Hellboy is all like, I don't think I want to do that. And I'm not going to provide any spoilers, but it's a damn awesome movie. I love it. Maybe this could be like claws or something, and then I would probably want to do this. Kind of like bulge it out a little bit, like this. And like that. Because then, you know, you can tell it's more of a claw now, sticking out. Claw. CP says extra credit kind of takes themselves a bit too seriously for my tastes. Really? I always thought they were sort of... They seem kind of down to earth. I don't know, I like him. I don't know why I drew all those little lines, but... Now I have! And there's no turning back. At all. I think this... Maybe this is like... I don't know. They took a dragon and they cut him up and... Like this is the tail or something. And it could have... It could have like little spikes here like this. Maybe. No, that one is all woogie. That is no good at all. But I kinda... In my mind's eye, I kinda like this idea, but I'm not too sure about it now. Yes, it is Johann Kraus. It is exactly him that I am referring to. He's awesome. You have problems staying focused, Hellboy. And Hellboy is all like, you really don't want to be saying it like that. Oh, I think I am. I wish I had like a voice modulator. My voice would be all Johann Kraus-ish. I'd walk around on the street and I'd be all like, who do you think you are? You should move away. I'm an important person. Never mind, I actually do that anyway. I don't need Johann Kraus voice to pretend like I'm important on the street. I could do that anyway. I'm not sure why I drew that line. So that's the thing, you're supposed to actually know why you're doing stuff, and sometimes I'm just like putting the lines there. I know why I'm doing this though. This is very, very common if you look at like fantasy art. They have a tendency to kind of draw these little cool lines here. And then they'll sort of connect it all like this. Because it also helps to make it like you can tell that the edge is sort of bending from here to there. And we like that. Did I just get robot voice? Because I heard my computer go and I kind of have a feeling that when it does that, the robot in me wants to get out. I would use this weapon. I totally would. If I was like a fantasy warrior person. Let's zoom out a bit. Awesome. My mic is fine. Of course it needs a bit of detail here. Maybe a little bit of like this and then dragon wing kind of quality here. I kind of like that. Maybe if this was a little thinner. Let's zoom in again so you can see what I'm doing. That's kind of interesting, like having... It's a bit of a remnant from a dragon, this thing here. I don't know if it should be able to fold out or not, but... And then maybe this particular thing is a claw, so I'm gonna delete a little bit here and here. And do this. The thing I like, you know, when I'm drawing these weapons is that I can pretty much just do whatever I want. You know, I'll just start with a funny looking silhouette and just carve away. You know, I use the eraser, and then when I'm done carving, I can almost see sort of the idea of the weapon, but it's not done. And then as I'm drawing it, it comes out. I'm not sure about these up here though, but I don't know. I kind of like that it had this thing here with a hole in it. And then maybe this thing here wants a little bit of skin. Or skin-like quality, like this. That was too much. Too much! Zoom in. Yeah, maybe. That's a little bit better. And then I think if I switch to a smaller brush, then I can do some shadow here. And also something here. I'm not sure about this particular little square here. I think maybe this should keep going like this. And then this is sort of a, I don't know, like some sort of flappy thing. I'm not sure. Thanks, Gordor Chibi. He says that the sword turns out great. Thank you. I've actually never done this, like drawn, just enjoyed myself and drawn concept art like this, and it's not, I mean, it's not something I'll be using for anything, it's just chilling. I think I want like a little crack here, just to kind of break the shape up, maybe right here. Like this. It's kind of dangerous though to have like an edge that is this big. That's actually really dangerous. The sword can break. Oh, that's okay, Zero. Zero says, sorry, I've been working, so I haven't been active in chat, but that looks so cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think I need like a few lines here, just to kind of give it a little bit of a surface, I suppose is what you'd call it. Locomatch says, I went for a second and wow. It must have been a long second, though. Welcome back. Yeah, I should have done that with this axe, actually, when I drew that. I should have definitely, I could probably just color it like it is now. ACP says, I've been playing Hearthstone. The internet has destroyed my attention span. I can't work on anything serious for more than an hour. But then, I mean, then again, 1 hour that's actually quite a long time. At least if you spend it, you know, if you're focused while you're working for an hour. At least I think so. I mean, sometimes I only have an hour. But yeah, today it's like, I'm just Staying up late. Sitting at my computer. I'm not sure why I did those crisscrossy things. Probably shouldn't have done that. Let's zoom out a bit. That's another way of working, by the way. As you notice with the first drawing, the axe here, I actually drew the outline first and then kind of worked my way in with the details and stuff, and then I put on color. With this one, it's a different workflow where first I carve it out, like I have a black square and I kind of just erase at it until I get a shape that I like. And then I've been drawing the outline and adding in details and stuff like that. Technically, you know, I could color this now the way that it looks because of the values. Like it's got lighter color here and darker color other places, you know, so it almost kind of has the depth that it needs. I mean, there are places like up here, for instance, where it could really use a bit of extra work. But that's how a lot of professionals work. I'm not saying that I'm professional, but I try to look at what they do and then copy it. And you know, they start by getting the values in first, and then when they have the values, they start to color. And by values, we're talking about the gray. So you kind of know if what you're doing is going to look good or not by checking your values. Because then you can always just change the colors and stuff later. Let's go here and delete this. Delete. Do I have anything here? I need to do a little bit here. It looks okay otherwise. A little bit here. Doesn't really matter because it's just a sketch, but I like to make it pretty. Yeah, this is definitely something I'd like to get back to later and then continue coloring. Definitely. But I think for now it is probably best if I go to bed and get some sleep because it is almost 4 a.m. It's 3:58. It's been a really long day. I've been to work today, and I usually get up at 6 in the morning, so you know, I've been up about 22 hours, and I do not drink coffee. I should, but I don't, because if I do, then I can't sleep at all. So with that, I think I'm going to just do a little bit of polishing on this one, just a little bit.